Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The New Nasty Boys. I'm your co-host this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you decide to watch or listen to this thing, Billy DeVore, and sitting next to me are my co-hosts,
Jake Paulson.
And Chris Weir. What's up, Nasty Nation? Welcome back to the Fart Dungeon. It's been a minute. You know, they're waving the fart vuvuzelas in the background here. It's crazy. Yeah, that was a silent one. That was a loud silent one.
the Foo-Foo-Zalas.
The vuvuzelas, yes.
Yeah.
The fartzelas.
Yeah, they're brown. We're back. We made it. After we named the living room at my house.
Yeah, what is it?
The Pistachio Palace.
Pistachio Palace. Oh, does it look like a pistachio?
Yeah, it's got that. Oh, you haven't seen it yet.
I have not.
You have not. It is like a light green.
Yeah.
Like
I dig it.
It's like you're right in the shell with it, you know?
I dig it. I love pistachios. I had to clear some off the table before this.
Oh, hell yeah. Were you just pounding, taking your cell phone and hitting?
That's what I was doing. Using my cell phone and my laptop, just banging it. Ah, no one loves me. This is how I eat.
Like the Hannibal Buress bit. It's like, I use a device that is $1,000 to break a nut that is worth 0.3 cents. Bam, on my car dashboard because I am hungry. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I got to check it out. I got to check out the Pistachio Palace.
Yeah, I'll have to swing by soon. It's nice. Luke did a great job. And as always, the show is brought to you by Cincy Light. Cincy Light, the spirit of Cincinnati. Cincy Light is a refreshing, crisp lager brewed in partnership with Cincy Reigns, benefiting student athletes. This easy drinking classic is the perfect way to celebrate the Queen City. Raise a toast to triumph that the red and black shall reign. Cincy Light beer is available year-round in 12-packs, 24-packs, on draft, and our favorite, tall cans. The tall cans are the flavor of Cincinnati daddies. Cincy Light, drink up. You had the day off today. Pound them, cut the grass. Chug, 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 chug.
Yeah, really stick it to your neighbors by drinking a beer in their face while you're doing yard work. It's a big alpha move.
It's a huge one. And do it with your pants off. Most people do like shirt off. I go reverse. I go Porky Pig and I'm cutting the grass.
Yeah, I do boxers and I wear like the old-timey like sock girdles that they did in the 50s.
Yeah, you got your stirrups going.
I got my stirrups going on.
Yeah.
I'm smoking out of a pipe.
Yeah, and then you've got the push mower that's just the blades moving. No engine.
Oh, it's terrible. It's awful. I have the worst grass in the block, but no one messes with me.
I've given my neighbors tetanus from this thing. It's so rusted. Oh, Jake, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great.
You are a lying sack of shit.
Yeah.
We are all tired.
We were just lying on the couch before this, like, I guess we should put a pod together.
I guess we're going to do it.
If we're going to talk baseball, we might as well do it like the Reds offense. Sleepy.
Yeah.
Sluggish.
Sluggish.
Lackadaisical.
Yeah. No will to close out games or to come back.
Low sodium levels.
You speak for yourself. Mine hurt.
Mine,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, mine just through
Yeah.
the roof.
Yeah, you had a loaded biscuit baked potato.
I'm full of tubed meats right now.
That's amazing. That's a great thing for like, he's talking about I had brisket inside a baked potato. That is such a nice way to like house, like, and just walk around. It's like, it's another additional bun situation where it just makes meats more mobile.
Yes, I love a good mobile meat. You got to tell me, did you eat it like a...
Oh, like a hot dog?
Yeah.
I didn't. They had the audacity to give me a fork. And I used it. Yeah.
Did you at least have a bib?
I mean, I threw the shirt away that I was wearing. So that counts.
Threw it in the river right after I was done.
I'm done with this.
Get rid of the evidence.
This thing's getting caught in a barge engine.
Yeah, the birds keep swooping me. I gotta get rid of this shirt.
Oh, the seagulls keep attacking me.
Where are the seagulls coming from?
This is river, not ocean.
God damn it.
This is supposed to be ravens. Oh. Well, you had a loaded baked potato with brisket. We went. We watched the game together on Friday. Mm-hmm. What else? Any,
Cookout today.
Okay.
Ate a bunch of more shit. just so full at this point.
Oh,
but it's nice.
that is nice.
Yeah.
You have a nice meaty glisten to you.
I'm sure I do.
You're caramelized. I see it. You got a
I like the
glaze
sound
to
of
you.
that, yeah.
Saute. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
How's your sleep? We're all tired.
I
But
mean, I'm getting it.
get to where I can.
I'm getting it.
What is it? It's not Arcadian. What is the sleep? Something.
Akkadian sleep rhythm?
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah.
You don't have that.
No.
I don't either.
No.
Yes.
I've got a jazz sleep rhythm at this point.
Just syncopation, just
Yeah.
whenever.
Yeah, whenever.
It's about the sleep you're not getting.
Yeah, you're turning blue.
He's in his blue period.
Oh, it's a real bitch's brew.
Ah,
Come on. I don't know much jazz.
I'm all tapped out here.
So yeah, you okay?
It's a great Memorial Day weekend so
Yeah.
far.
Well, we got after this, we're gonna watch basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and soccer.
And soccer. Not baseball. I'm done.
Already watched it for today.
Yeah.
Over.
Full on baseball, not on meats.
Yeah. Chris, you were in Louisville.
Yeah, I was there with our buddy, friend of the pod, Tabari McCoy, and we were doing some shows, a couple late ones, and then one earlier one on Thursday. But it was fun. I mean, minus that late one that happened. That was an uphill battle the entire time.
Yeah. What time did the show start?
Well, it was supposed to start at 11, but it didn't. The show before ours ran way long, and so we probably got started about 11:20 is when the host went on stage.
11:20 is the optimal time to start a stand-up comedy show.
Absolutely. I mean, the people that show up there definitely aren't comatose or completely out of their minds. Yeah, it was definitely not worth it, but it was still fun. And fortunately, they provide alcohol for you there, so afterwards you can take care of it, regardless of the outcome of your set. So yeah, it wasn't my first time having a crapper.
Feelings not felt.
Exactly. Oh, let me remove these feelings.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw these away real quick.
Yeah, it was just a weird way to spend a night last night, but it was good. I had a fun time.
Yeah. Well, it's nice you like walk out of that club and then right there is the Old Forester Distillery.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
no shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's downtown. It's a nice. I was there on Wednesday.
But is it open at 11 p.m.?
Anything can be open at 11 if you put your mind to
That's
it.
true.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just have to have the right attitude.
The right attitude, mindset. Really close it out.
Yeah.
Have the mentality to come back when you're down.
Yeah.
And most of those places have like those garage windows, so you can get in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Get in where you fit in.
That's why they put all those rocks there.
Exactly. Oh, here's a key.
This brick is loose.
I use the brick key.
The brick key. Oh, the window door. It shatters. Shattered right open for me.
Yeah, I definitely had some bourbon. Had a shot of bourbon.
Nice.
Yeah, feeling it. And tequila.
Ooh.
Nice tequila shot. Me and the bartenders all did a nice tequila mix shot or whatever it was, but it was good.
Oh, hell yeah. There you go. Just so you all drown in your sorrows together.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, the staff, too, was not pleased that the show went way long before ours. So they were very displeased with that. So it was definitely a core, a unit last night of like, we are finishing this night out. We're doing it. No one left behind.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was good, but definitely poured it on. Poured it on heavy.
As you should.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I went to the game last night. That was cool to see him win yesterday afternoon. And then ran into friends, Michaela and John with their new baby, Nora.
Oh.
She's 0-1 as a little Cubs fan, so I was like, oh, get ready for the disappointment. And then went to Blind Pig, went to Taste for a little bit, Fortune Noodle House. They had these like tempura battered oyster mushrooms. Uh-huh. Yeah, they were like just spongy deep fried treats.
Yeah. This soaks up all the oil.
The poison's disappearing from my body.
I love mushrooms.
Yeah.
They rule.
Mushrooms on and off the field, pretty great. And if you know what that means, I don't know what that means either. Then had some perch, some fish and chips with perch. That was fresh. And then went to Bayhorse. At Bayhorse, High Life shot of bourbon, $5.50.
Dang, love it.
Yeah,
Criminal.
that was a problem.
Yeah.
So then we tried to play Jenga, and I was like, "There's two towers." They both fell.
Oh, man.
It was an outside job. I pulled the wrong brick.
I definitely drank a lot last night because when I walked back to my car this morning, there was a tall can of PBR that I left on it from the night before. Because like I was at a parking lot behind the comedy club, and so I guess like after leaving there, or I was outside at one point just drinking my beer, and I was like, I can't be drinking this out here. Let me put that down. I'll walk onto this bar, and then
I'll go
take
ahead
a
and
beer.
put it on my car.
Yeah, and put it on somebody else's car. No, it's all right, officer. I got a coaster. It's a 2009 Civic coaster.
I respect the paint.
Yeah, don't worry.
Don't worry. Oh, dude, that is so fucking funny. Oh, well, should we talk about baseball?
I'm done with baseball. I'm completely done.
You know, welcome to the new Nasty Boys. We are officially a cricket podcast.
Yes. Cricket podcast. Periodically we'll do pickleball.
Yep.
Yep.
I was
Only during championship season.
Okay, yeah, only in championship season. We can't carry on the entirety of the season.
Yeah.
It's way too much.
and then we'll fill in with some esports tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff the people really want.
Yeah.
Cornhole's really cooking right now. So
We just don't want to flood the market like too soon. You got all these other cornhole podcasts out there.
Yeah, we were talking about doing professional bull riding, the PBA, but I don't know if we could handle it. Mm-hmm. I hate that joke.
yeah, I do too.
So let's talk about baseball. Let's talk about a has-been first. How can you call him a has-been when he never was?
That's so mean.
Just kick him while he's down. I know.
Yeah, that's rough.
Hey, great segue. Darren Ruff is suing the Cincinnati Reds. In 2023, he was going after a foul ball on the first baseline. The ball was well out of reach, but what was in reach was the covered tarp, and it went right into his knee, lacerated his knee, tore his MCL, went on the 60-day IL, and never returned to play baseball. Now he's saying, well, this is the Reds' fault. I'm suing you for damages. Is he going to win?
For a second, I was like, he's suing them for copyright infringement. That is what's happening. I honestly have never thought about it in that way before, about what are the liability issues with a ballpark. Because say if Ellie is running for like a foul ball at Wrigley and he steps on a drain that is clearly in a hazardous spot, exposed or something, and he tears his ACL, I mean, we'd be up in arms.
That'd be a riot.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not quite sure where this legally falls.
Sure. The difference is we're talking about a hypothetical with Ellie De La Cruz, and this is Darren Ruff.
Oh, yeah, his case is dog shit. I mean, I know very little about the legality of this stuff, but I don't think he's going to get anywhere close to what he's talking about because the numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah, how much is he suing for?
I think it was in the millions, which is like, oh, homie.
That is so cute.
No.
Yeah, did you remember the other salaries you had?
Yes,
Is it based on that? I don't know.
They are definitely not based on that. I think you threw it in the wrong aggregate.
Yeah.
Didn't work out because if you look at what he was doing before the injury, he was playing 11 games. He had a negative .2 WAR. Okay, sure. For Milwaukee, then he was with the Giants, played there for 9 games. Flat 0 WAR, so all right. 2022 with 2 teams, negative 1.7 WAR. That's not great. And think about it. He played in 2016. Then I'm assuming from 2016 to 2020 he was in Korea and Japan. And then 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023 as just a backup with not much to write home about.
I am very surprised by those numbers from the 21 season.
Yeah, I am too.
I was just looking at that, yeah.
Yeah, 117 games, 271, 385, 519 with an OPS of 904 with an OPS plus of 143.
That's a good season for old Darren Ruff.
Yeah.
He wasn't roughing it out there.
God, maybe he was a true breakout at 34. He finally found it.
Yeah, at 34 when your bat speed doesn't decrease.
But if he was putting together more of those seasons, it'd make a lot more sense for the asking price. I can't recall what the asking price was, but I remember hearing it and I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, what is happening?
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably going to get paid out in cans of Skyline and jars of Montgomery Inn barbecue sauce.
Take it. Take it. Settle.
Is
Settle
that how
court.
these work? I'm suing everyone.
I'll settle out of court easily for one night with Rosie. and I get to drive Redzilla 3 times a year for 5 years. Deferred Redzilla car payments.
Or just drive it once into the river.
Thelma and Louise style.
With Gapper just holding his head. Like, this is how we're going to go, buddy. You and me forever. So I'm sitting there today. I'm 2 rows behind home, and I'm staring at the tarp, okay? It is covered. It is against the wall. It says Gorilla Glue. Like, you can't miss it.
Well, I think the problem with the advertisement is that those are typically on walls.
Sure.
And not on too many tarps, at least from my recollection. I didn't do a deep dive into who has advertisements on their tarps, but I don't remember a lot of them.
Yeah.
Well, I did my tarp research before this, buddy. And I'll tell you what, I got the numbers right here to prove it.
Hey, you got your tarp research covered.
We'll be right back.
I'm fucking out, boys. That was the best I'm doing.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I didn't think about like how like optically that might be bothersome to players trying to read that when they're going for a fly ball, because you do see it like every once in a while, like a player just tumbles head over heels, like going for a ball by the tarp. But
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with Great American Ballpark, you might not process that as a tarp or anything right there, because it does kind of blend into the wall.
And when you watch the clip, like, he clearly didn't know that was coming out. Like, he definitely didn't see it. And whether that's because of Gorilla Glue or not, is, that's something else. But also, the metal pipe was, like, coming out of the end, and, like, I don't know. I could see how it could be deemed a workplace hazard, but ultimately, I think it falls on the players to like know their surroundings.
Yeah, I mean, the ball was out of reach.
Yeah.
Even if that tarp wasn't there, he wasn't getting it.
Sure.
Yeah, and those needles were there beforehand. This is Cincinnati, baby. All right, look out when you're in left field.
Yeah. Gabber's just sitting there, making a shiv. He's just like, I'm gonna get you, Ruff. And like, whoa, he growls.
Yeah.
But dude, like even so the end of it is like covered. So it's like he went into it hard, right into the side of it. It's pretty funny. It's sponsored by Gorilla Glue, and then his knee came apart. But I just don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the legality of it. I just don't see him winning.
No, I think also too the theory is that you asked for a bunch and they scale it back.
Yeah.
So that's what I think it is, and this is something that I never thought about. These sorts of situations.
Yeah, I didn't either. I mean, is there precedent for this?
I mean, I'm sure there is, but it's probably something from 40 years ago. You know? Like, I can't think of anything recently.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like all those like old videos you'd see of from like the 70s or 80s of someone just running full force in the outfield through a wall because it's just built with like just basic like plywood or something. And I just don't even think that the thought of suing was really a thing. You know?
Yeah.
So.
And if someone was going to do it, it should have been Aaron Judge, 2 seasons ago when his foot went through the open gate and he fucked up his toe? That's a lawsuit.
Yeah,
I mean, you're talking about the best hitter in baseball. Yeah. And because someone didn't latch a gate, he misses 40 games. He was out for a while.
Yeah, he was.
Wow.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I didn't. Didn't come to mind.
Yeah, because he didn't sue.
Yeah, because he has money.
Yeah.
He has a career. He isn't Darren Ruff.
Yeah, that's bad. We have to do, like, how'd your career go? It's like, well, now I'm trying to do a slip and fall scheme.
Yeah. I've been jumping in front of a lot of UPS trucks. It's really open for this lawsuit.
Now I'm bringing the MLBPA in on this grift.
Yeah.
Follow me. Yeah. Dude, when I heard this and I heard Darren Ruff was the one suing, I was like, oh, isn't that racist, homophobic, bigoted piece of shit? And I got Aubrey Huff and Darren Ruff mixed up.
That's easy. Yeah.
Yeah. But they do have, the one thing they do have in common, both were Giants.
Yeah. Maybe there's something there.
Yeah. Bigoted, racist, homophobic pieces of shit. Grift.
Yeah. The Giants are creating little men.
So yeah, I will be intrigued to see if this medium market squad and ownership is just gonna pay this guy.
I think that a undisclosed settlement is coming down the pipe.
Yeah,
it's like, here's some money. Can you stop with this?
Yeah, here's a DIY Coney crate. from Skyline. There it is. It's a box of 48 wieners, 48 buns, a vat of Skyline chili.
That's what they do in like a parking garage. Like, sunglasses. Like, did you bring it? They exchange briefcases. Just a bunch of Coney crates.
Coney crates.
Here's the keys to the van.
It's a garbage bag full of chili. Just loose.
Just loose chili in a bag.
Slopping around. It's like, how am I supposed to tie this up? I don't know. You didn't read the paperwork when you signed it.
Yeah.
You said we could deliver to whatever we wanted.
Springs a leak, he slips, hurts the other knee.
Suits the parking garage.
Suits the parking garage, yeah.
Smells the bag. This chili's fuck. This is the Glade scented bag. Tastes like lavender and chili.
He has to do like the Coke test where he dips his pinky in the Coke. This is pure.
That's pure. That's good shit right there.
That's a good stuff.
That's pure Skyline.
Hasn't been cut with Gold Star.
It hasn't been cut with mock turtle soup. Oh, fuck. Well, Darren Ruff, that's rough. So, yeah. I mean, I had to put it in somewhere.
Sure. Yeah.
If not, then I'm not doing my job as a co-host.
The audience was calling for it.
They were. I can see it now, Lord Duckworth pounding while brewing beers, listening to this. Like, just say it, Billy.
Just do it.
We're all
Making me wait till the end.
You're just edging me here.
Yeah, you cucked me from it. It was rough when you're cucking me.
Super fun.
That was fun. The rest of this isn't going to be fucking fun, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
We've been very optimistic, okay? 2 weeks ago, Chris and I set it up by saying, like, look at what's happening in Pittsburgh. Look what's happening in Colorado. See, it could be worse. And now it's like mediocrity, and being barely under mediocre is even worse. I'd rather watch something historically bad than be put through the pain and suffering of this. I don't know. That's maybe an exaggeration.
I get you, though. It feels like you keep getting led on to, like, okay, it's going to be clicking, and then all of a sudden they just fall right back off. Or they have a situation where the starting pitching and bullpen do a great job with limiting hits and runs, and the offense just doesn't show up for a couple days.
Yeah.
And then you have a situation like we just saw with the final game of the Cubs series where offense was producing well throughout the entire Cubs series, and then the pitching kind of let up.
Yeah.
These losses are just as frustrating as they could be. I mean, you don't hit versus a shitty team and the pitching's great, and then all of a sudden you score a bunch of runs against the Cubs and only walk away with one fucking game.
Yeah. At home.
At home.
When you needed to.
Yeah. And they scored all their runs late in the game.
Yeah.
It just ripped your heart out.
It's like the complete opposite of what the Reds do.
Yeah.
They score a bundle of runs in the first 3 to 4 innings.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's almost like they forgot what they did to start the game.
Yeah.
They were doing good this series of kind of changing up their typical formula of being able to cash in throughout the game. There was definitely missed opportunities, but just seeing the pitching falter at the end, and also hats off to the Cubs. They got a really strong lineup, and they didn't give up, and they pounded the Reds late.
That lineup, the only real holes in it are Justin Turner. He hit a homer this series, though, and now Amaya's out, and you've got a catching tandem of Carson Kelly and Reese McGuire, where Carson Kelly already hit a cycle this year and homered this series.
And Reese had 2 today.
And
Wasn't
Reese-
supposed to play.
Yeah,
Their best prospect, one of the best prospects in baseball, also a catcher. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Moises Ballesteros. He'll be right back up, like they
Yeah.
called him up a few weeks ago. And, yeah.
He'll be up. You go, well, Reese McGuire truly exposed himself to us today.
Nice.
Thank you. Is that tight? Do you know about this? Reese McGuire in 2020, when he was with the Blue Jays, was caught in a parking lot by the police masturbating.
Nice. Love it.
Yeah, dude, he was cranking it, and the cops came up and they're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, I don't know.
Wait, was this like a pregame ritual thing he was doing?
Pre-game with some pre-cum? I don't know. But what I do know is that he was caught, and the footage of it is out there on the internet.
No
to watch.
way.
None of him like, but like,
Knock,
The
knock,
cop.
knock. Yeah.
and then he's like, oh,
Like a teenager
Hands.
getting caught. Like,
oh no.
I thought you guys were out to dinner.
He said you would bring home till 7.
You make me keep the room to the computer door open. God.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
No, it's really funny. It's not unfortunate. It's hilarious.
Yeah, okay.
Just, and he's like, what are you? He's like, I'm sorry. He said I wasn't thinking. I was like, you were, just not.
Yeah, you were thinking about a lot of things,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, trying to get there, and you didn't.
Yeah. These baseball players are superstitious, man. I got a 7-game hitting streak. Come on, let me do this.
Come on, hand me the sock.
Listen, officers, I'll cooperate, but can I finish?
I have to finish.
You undo a button.
Put on my eye black. He's in there with eye black, just beating it, going to town. He's hammering his hog.
Sorry, the sun was distracting me.
You see this jockstrap? Choke me with it. I know it stinks. That's a part of the ritual.
Gotta break out of this slump somehow.
Slump knuckle buster. Oh yeah. So yeah, he hit 2 homers against us today.
Son of a gun.
that son of a bitch.
Yeah, it sucked. It really sucked. And
It's-
also, like, with how infrequent or just perfectly balanced this team is with sucking and doing well, it's hard to enjoy the moments when they are doing well, because I was watching the game today and thinking, like, normally I'd be cheering or having some sort of emotional response to what I'm seeing.
It's 8-3. We should be having fun.
And I wasn't. I was just waiting for it. Like you said, the other shoe to drop. It felt bound to happen.
Yes. Okay. I figured this out on the fly. This Reds team is Mel Gibson.
Okay.
Okay. When they are winning and they are clicking, we are like Braveheart, Lethal Weapon, top of our game. Nothing can take us down. And then when we're losing and we're in these stretches, it is anti-Semite Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
It is like making headlines. I'm calling my ex-wife. I'm making direct to streaming movies, and it's bad.
I'm pitching Passion of the Christ too. I'm getting out there, man.
He's back.
I'm on Rogan with 8 guns. It's like that's this team. It is the Cincinnati Reds are Mel Gibson.
Yeah, I can see that. They are a perfectly balanced team, it feels like. And just that mediocrity is just so hard to keep going back and watching.
Yeah.
Because we keep thinking about, if they would have won 2 out of 3, that would have them at 4.5 games back, I believe.
They're 4.5 back now.
Oh, really? Okay, that's good. So it would be 3.5 back and at 500. Or
we'd be one game under.
Yeah.
It's just all these things right here. It's just you're analyzing them and thinking about what could have been, and it's just frustrating.
Oh, wait till we get to look at the schedule for June after this week. We kind of talked about it last week, but now after having reality set in and really pile drive our hopes and dreams, it's ugly.
I mean, Pittsburgh was the last easy series. Easy. And dropped 2 out of 3. So
It was supposed to be, dude. Bailey Falter, like, he just kept hitting the same inside spot, and the hitters didn't do anything.
yeah, no adjustments.
Remember when we played baseball together and be like, man, he's throwing inside. Watch for the inside fastball. You'd think they would also be saying those same things to each other.
And we didn't have iPads in the dugout at that time.
Yeah.
We were just banging trash cans for fun.
Yeah, it was frustrating. Instead, you just saw them, how many broken bats they had that series or that game seemed like a ton. And yeah, they just looked like ass. Didn't make adjustments. And they really did make their pitchers look great.
Yeah, they did. It was Andrew Heaney.
I mean, just because they're left-handed doesn't mean they should be good. But that's where we're at. They just cannot fucking hit lefties.
Yeah, okay, let's jump into that right now. I've got the numbers for that, okay? Against right-handed pitching, I believe this includes today. 254, 325, 414 with an OPS of 739, which is a little bit below average. I guess you'd say 750 is your average OPS?
Probably.
But it fluctuates year to year.
OPS plus a 105, so a slightly above average offense against right-handers.
Slightly above average offense against right-handers. In 52 games, they have 43 home runs. Huh?
Very nice.
Is it?
That's better than against lefties.
Okay, let's get into against lefties. In 42 games against left-handed pitching, so starters and relievers, 214, 303, 336, OPS of 639 with an OPS plus of 81.
Brutal.
That is ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty big drop off there. Home runs, 43 to 10, and almost like even split. I guess another 10 games, but still, it's definitely calculable and noticeable.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 500 wasted at bats. Where they just did nothing. Like 10 solo homers, essentially.
Yeah.
It's like, cool.
This is cool. Oh, yeah, let's see how many RBIs there were with that.
I think it was 43.
That's scrolling is hard.
54.
I mean, RBIs aren't a great stat anyway. But.
No, they aren't. 54, yeah. Ugh, God. 54 walks to 126 strikeouts. Oh, that's pretty funny. 126 strikeouts against left-handed pitching, and then 126 walks against right-handed pitching. That's neat.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I'm glad we're having fun.
Are we? Okay, we're doing it. Okay, let's be positive. Yeah. Okay, let's be positive into this next segment. I believe in us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hooray this week, brought to you by Cincy Light. Cincy Light, the flavor of Cincinnati. TJ Friel this week in the leadoff spot, looking good. 407, 429, 556 with an OPS of 985. How important has it been for the Reds to have him back and excelling at the top of the lineup for this ball club?
It's very important, and you'd like to see him get more runs out of it, but
yeah.
No, we're being positive.
We're being positive.
It's been fantastic. He's the best leadoff hitter the Reds have had since Yu-Chu.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, leadoff hitter like him can transform a lineup. And he's been playing some good defense too.
Yeah.
Out there, hustling on the base paths. I mean, nothing bad. Nothing wrong with TJ Friedel right now.
Nope, you've got him leading off. He's getting on and creating opportunities for your 2 and 3 and 4 hitters to bring a run in early. And you saw that when the Reds were scoring in the first inning. A lot of that was created by TJ getting on either with a walk or just singling or doubling.
Yeah. Or like a leadoff triple. And then, obviously, if you get a leadoff triple, you're going to score a bunch of runs that game.
Yeah, clearly.
Clearly, it's going to happen. It's almost like they had, 2 really big opportunities against Pittsburgh where that happened with, him standing at second and, him standing at third. And then he scored.
Both times.
It was awesome, man. I loved it. I remember cheering specifically for that. No, I do love having TJ Friel being TJ Friel. This is the person we thought he is and is going to be, and it's something that the Reds don't have to think about. Who our leadoff hitter is, who our center fielder is. He can be a leader. He takes great routes on balls. He works. How many times have you seen TJ Friel get to a full count? He just goes so deep, and he's comfortable with 2 strikes on him hitting, and he's able to hit to all parts of the field. And every once in a while, he has enough pop to get it out. So I think this is great to see from a tone-setting spot in the lineup.
Yeah, he's a 20-20-20 guy. He could hit 20 homers. Mm-hmm. He could have 20 doubles, maybe 30 doubles, 20 stolen bases. Feel good about TJ Friel at the top of this lineup.
Yes.
And this is something where I think that once he's locked in, he's very consistent. We'll see a little bit of a drop off because, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's not going to keep that up, but not many players can.
No, that means you're kind of the best of all time or whatever.
Yeah.
But I do see him maintaining floating around and not being a guy who's going to fall off a cliff and disappear.
And it's a level of consistency that hopefully the rest of the lineup can feed off of. Because his dips are, like you said, really not even that bad.
Let's hope. We have hopes and dreams.
Mm-hmm.
And those
Positivity.
Are positivity. Let's go through these starters. Oh, fucking weird week. To just be as polite as possible. We'll start with Lodolo against Pittsburgh. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 hits, 1 walk, 7 Ks. Did he win that game? We don't have to talk about it. So, He had 89 pitches in there as well. He had 12 whiffs. The changeup looked good. Fastball command was better. Curveball was also good. He got 3 whiffs on it, so we're cooking a little bit more.
Yeah, the changeup's looking great right now.
It is.
And the results are there from it. If he can, just get a little bit more on that curveball, he's a fantastic pitcher. He can still lose it, and when he does, the results will be rough. But Lodola's been fantastic this year.
Yeah, I do like the addition of that changeup because it does keep him a bit more honest. Because I do think they will eliminate pitches by a spot with his type of not so much now with the curveball because it isn't that much of like a hard breaking pitch as what it was last year. But yeah, I think that is just paired very nicely with his other pitches that he has.
Yeah, generating a lot of ground balls and weak contact too. We saw it again today, Sunday. We'll just go right to that. I was up close and personal for that. Watching his curveball get shelled today, though, that was...
Yeah, when it's not there, it's just not a viable pitch.
And it really was pretty flat up close.
Big old 0 whiffs.
0 whiffs.
Not fooling anyone.
Wow. No, you aren't. And no whiffs on the changeup. Also, I would say that the lineup in Pittsburgh, a little bit better than the one in Chicago.
Yeah.
Just by a hair. 5 2/3, 1 earned run, 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 Ks. So he was getting squeezed in the first. I was like, when he threw that fastball inside the first batter, were those, from where I was sitting, which was really close, those looked like strikes.
Yeah, it was a tight zone today.
It was a tight zone.
He adjusted quite well, I think, though.
He did?
Yeah.
It was tight, and then it got loose towards the end.
Yeah. Well, you got to get out. It's a long game at that point. A lot of runs scored. I'm sure he had reservations. So.
Yeah, you got to get to Ruby's.
Yeah, I think inside part of the plate wasn't really getting it that much. It was tight, but I feel like outside part of the plate sometimes you would get caught for a strike. A bit more leeway out there. But yeah, it was a tight zone.
I am sorry. I read off Andrew Abbott's line. Jesus Christ, get it together. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 6 Ks. Gave up a homer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I read off Abbott's line like a fucking moron.
Dweeb, get it together. God. Act like you've been here before.
Guys, this is Darren Ruff. But yeah, the strikeouts were nice. It was just like when they hung, they got taken yard.
Yeah.
So let's get up. Let's go back to Nick Martinez. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 hits, 2 walks, 3 Ks. Solid. Did his job. Changeup looked good. He got some whiffs on that slider, got 4 whiffs there. That's something.
Yeah.
So,
another quality start. Not sexy numbers, but 1 earned run should win you some ball games.
It really should. He also controls the tempo a lot, too. He's one of those pitchers that seems like they are fully in control of the pace of the game when they're on the mound. Mm-hmm. And also, pace is clearly like a part of his game with his mechanics. So, it just seems to be like, you expect this with Martinez. Like, that's the amount of confidence that you have in him.
Yeah.
He has so many weapons to work with that, the last week when we were talking about his start, it was the changeup that had got a bunch of whiffs and was looking great. Now it's the slider, and you look at the placement, and it was clearly working. He had it, down in the bottom of the zone all day. And he just has so many tools in the toolbox that he can dictate how the game goes. Like, he can just control the pace with that. If he loses his curveball, it's not going to be a bad outing. He's got 5 other pitches.
Yeah. And especially against a weak lineup like the Pittsburgh Pirates, you should be able to control the zone, which he did. Mm-hmm. Only had 1 earned run, but he still lost.
And you see, too, how well the defense is playing behind our players. Abbott, too, recently. He had a great defense behind him. So, if you have a player or pitcher that can just get ground balls or fly outs here and there, just let your defense play. You got a terrific D behind you.
Yeah, and they love playing for him. And watching him get hyped, I forget which catch it was where Nick Martinez just full,
Yeah.
The alley layout.
Yeah.
That was a Suter.
Yeah.
Was it Suter?
Suter that did the full
starfish.
Yeah, jumping starfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the full Patrick.
Yeah, that's so funny. There's the discrepancy between athleticism being shown, like between Ellie's Superman catch and him jumping like a toddler.
barely getting off the ground.
Oh, yeah, barely space there, barely a shadow, barely daylight going through.
Yeah, just could see one blade of grass passing underneath.
Yeah.
Then you got Brady Singer, 5 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 4 walks, 3 Ks. 1 whiff on the slider. The control's bad. The cutter isn't great against lefties. Are we concerned at all? Because he hasn't looked like he has since he started the season.
He threw 29 sliders and 3 landed for strikes?
Yeah,
That's
called strikes.
Bad. Yeah, that's bad.
It's bad.
It's a bad outing. He's also getting hit really hard.
Yes.
Which is terrifying for a guy that tends to pitch to contact anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. This was like a bit of a mushy, rainy game, wasn't it? Or am I thinking of another one? I'm trying to think if there's any other reason why he wasn't sharp.
He hasn't been sharp his past 3 outings.
Yeah, it's been a rough stretch for Brady.
A Darren rough stretch.
You're doing great.
Love that you're here, buddy.
Sorry, you just gotta force it in. Square peg, round hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not really terribly concerned about him, but with all the other things that are going on as far as inconsistency, it's just another thing to potentially just keep an eye on. But I think he'll course correct. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm anticipating. And this isn't a bad outing necessarily, but he can do a lot better.
Yeah, even him at his worst is still a serviceable starter.
Oh, of course.
So you overcome this stretch, and then you get back to early season Brady, who was racking up the strikeouts.
Yeah.
Keeping the walks down. Everything was just on the ground, straight to our infielders. It was, he'll be back to that, I'm sure. But this is just, not a great stretch.
And with his next start being in Kansas City, I could see a little fire getting lit under his tuchus.
For sure.
And being like, I'm getting these boys.
Yeah. I know how to attack this team.
Yeah, and I'm in a huge ballpark.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
These huge alleys and all of this space where balls don't land near a river. This is nice. Then there was the return of Hunter Green. 4 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 3 walks. 4 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 Ks. He was on a pitch count. He'll only have around 75 pitches. Then his last battle with Nico Horner was 13 pitches.
Yeah.
I mean, between 2 ABs against Nico Horner, he had thrown 21 pitches.
It's almost a third.
Total
pitches thrown.
Yeah, he was just, Nico's like, dude, I know what you do.
Yeah.
Throw me a splitter. Make that mistake.
Yeah. Obviously, he was going to be on an innings limit there, and velocity-wise, looked good.
Yeah.
So as long as he can keep his lower extremities from, cramping up or getting re-injured, that's nice. But I didn't expect him to be completely dominant this whole game because it's his first time back. And he might be pretty juiced up as well as far as just feeling like, I haven't thrown in 2 weeks or whatever it was. So he probably feels good.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they weren't going to push it that much. And unfortunately, the bullpen didn't really have too much help coming after Green.
But we don't have to talk about that yet.
We don't.
Pace yourself.
Okay.
Pace yourself for the disappointment.
Okay.
Let it hurt in phases.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Let me cut open the wound first, and then we'll rub the salt in.
Yeah, let me run into the tarp, but then we'll get there.
Exactly.
He looks so sharp first 3 batters. Mm-hmm. Okay, in and out. Then there was a long first inning. And then he was taking a long break. Do you think that affected him in any way, shape, or form, or is it just?
I'm sure it did. I can't imagine how tough it is just coming back off the IL with no, all he had was bullpen sessions.
Yeah, no rehab.
There was no rehab, and so this is that was his rehab start, and they let him know beforehand that he was going to be on a pitch count, which I'm sure puts even more. He probably put more pressure on himself due to that.
Sure.
Of I want to make these 75 pitches last as long as possible. And I mean, he's he's a competitor.
Yeah.
He's gonna, if you tell him 75 pitches, he's gonna be like, oh, I can get to the fifth.
Yeah.
On that shit for sure. So.
And then faced a very potent lineup.
Yeah.
And especially when you got Nico Horney just swatting.
And not even just Nico. That whole lineup can give you long at bats.
Yeah, it's gross.
So it's, yeah.
Ugh.
But I thought he looked good.
Yeah.
The slider wasn't fully formed.
Yes.
Like, didn't have his classic shape, but was still good. And he was getting, got some whiffs on it. Fastball looked great. So I'm sure he'll be fine long term. This was just probably not going to be a good start no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, he was averaging 100 miles per hour on his fastball.
Yeah, that makes you think that he's pretty healthy.
Yeah.
So
what say you down there?
I'm glad that he's back in the lineup. I remember when that happened, that injury, it was pretty much hold your breath. Hope it wasn't the worst thing ever. And that he's back in the rotation now, I feel pretty good about it. But, this start wasn't going to be a long start. You knew that going in. And, from what I saw, I feel good about his next start.
Yeah, me too. I think he'll have a day in Kansas City, knowing, again, he's in a massive ballpark. He's got some room for error, unlike what he has at home. So, and Andrew Abbott, I have read this line already. Did you know that?
Yeah.
5 2/3, 1 earned run, 6 hits, 2 walks, 2 Ks. Lots of loud and long outs. Thank God there was a gentle breeze coming and pushing the ball in a little bit, because TJ Friel's hanging out on the warning track for a lot of those flyouts.
Yeah.
So I was a little concerned there, but it got the job done. He faced a potent lineup. He wasn't living at the top of the zone with his fastball like he normally did. He just kept pounding the bottom of the zone and then hoping that his changeup curveball sweeper could fool him, dropping out, and that just wasn't there. He didn't have his best stuff, but again, he proved that he can get through it against a very potent lineup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was getting outs early a lot. He had some great pitching sequences. Again, he's a person similar to Martinez. You feel like he's going to in-game be able to make adjustments, pitch to pitch, just figure out what he has working, and he can kind of change up a game plan. And, there was definitely a lot of hard, loud outs. TJ Friel, was getting his work in out there. I think he had one crashing up against the wall. Had some great reads on balls. I mean, just a great center fielder out there. But a lot of those balls were either just missed or just hit on a line too much.
Yeah. He will be not going in Kansas City, so he won't get that benefit.
Yeah.
I Wrigley.
Yeah.
I hope he has it.
I mean, when he can command the top of the zone. I mean, this was clearly not his day for command, although the bottom of the strike zone, he was doing quite well. But, if he doesn't have that high fastball to play off of, the arsenal definitely takes a hit.
Like we said, 0 whiffs on the curveball.
Yeah.
When he doesn't have that and he's living top and then dropping, absolutely.
And just no control over that high fastball. I mean, it was really riding on him.
Yep. So he's just like, well, I guess I have it near the bottom, so we're just going to try.
Which he was controlling quite well.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, not a lot of walks. I mean, 2 walks.
Yeah.
But then it didn't result in a lot of Ks, which is 2. So he survived the outing.
Absolutely.
Oh, boy. The bullpen. In 3 games this series, in the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings, the Chicago Cubs scored 21 runs, 3 touchdowns off of this bullpen. I mean, Ashcraft gave up 5 runs this week. Taylor Rogers gave up 3 runs this week. Brent Suter, 3 runs. Luis May, 3 runs. Pagan gave up a homer but got the save. Eat Tane, 3 runs. Tony Santillan, 4 runs. Oof.
Wasn't great.
Not good.
Yeah.
There's no way, shape, or... Oh, did I say Scott Barlow? Because I really should say Scott Barlow. Yeah. 1 earned run. Dude.
Which is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. It's amazing it's that low. Because he hasn't looked sharp all season.
Shocking. Oh, this is another one. Hey, walk watch. 2 walks to 5 strikeouts this week.
Oh, he's doing it.
Yeah. Our boy Scotty. Boom. We aren't anywhere close to saying DFA Taylor Rogers, right?
No. I mean, I would DFA Barlow before Rogers.
I would too.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes you're just going to have a bad week. I don't know. It's definitely, I mean, this isn't, there's been a lot to be excited about with the bullpen, especially like from seasons prior, but it's still not that shutdown pen that, we crave. And there's going to be some ups and downs, especially with the kids. Like Luis May he's pitched 20 innings in the bigs, not even probably. And Ashcraft, this is still a new assignment for him. But it was not a good week for the bullpen.
And it wasn't really like when Ashcraft was in there for the last game of the series that he was getting rocked outside of, I think, one at bat, because I think they just dropped a couple of them, in a shallow left or shallow right, something like that. So a series of unfortunate outcomes for balls put in play that were not squared up.
Yeah.
But then again, you see, outs being made on balls that are hit over 100 miles an hour, and it's just kind of how it happens. But yeah, there isn't that security there, knowing there isn't the experience or enough numbers there. Like, this is currently just being seemingly made up on the fly this year, how the shape of this bullpen is going to be. And yeah, they had a bad week. They did not look great, especially this game coming in and walking batters. I'll take a hitter jumping on a first pitch fastball. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
But just seeing coming in not looking sharp or not making competitive pitches, walking, giving up a run, giving up a bit. It's just like everyone kept doing that, and you just see it just compound itself. And then you're just like, well, here it is. It's coming, and it's just like destiny, it feels like.
Yeah. I mean, that thing with Graham Ashcraft today, it was he had 2 outs and then just didn't slam the door. So that just happens. I'm not panicked.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be this bad every week. Also, bullpen is, one of the easiest parts of a roster to fix in season. Mm-hmm. There's always relievers available on the trade market. Some decent relievers even get DFA'd through the season.
Yeah,
you
and
can pick them up there.
You've also got guys still coming back.
Yeah.
Sam Maul, who I love. I love Sam Maul.
Yeah.
This is a pro Sam Maul podcast. Mm-hmm. And once he finds that control again and his shoulder's healthy, that's another weapon you can have, and someone can be impinged.
Yeah. And I loved how Lyon Richardson looked when he was up. His changeup is nasty.
Yeah.
And then Big Sugar has been looking really good. Bounced back from his slow start in the minors. He's been shutting the door lately. Yeah. Been looking really good. So you could even find help within the organization at this point. But yeah, the bullpen, we can fix the bullpen if we're in a position to contend.
Yes. Lyon Richardson was the only reliever this week with 2 innings pitched and did not give up a run.
I know. Yeah. I know, man.
Yay.
It's poetic.
Yes, it is.
And they sent him down.
They did?
Didn't they?
They did. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. That's why Jabot's on the roster.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And, Eat Tane doesn't have any more options.
Yeah, exactly.
So if he's ass...
Yeah.
Then
and that's the luxury of Sam Maul, because they activated him today and put him right into AAA.
Sam Maul?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because
he has
options. Yeah. So he can have more time down there.
Get real comfortable.
Get the command back.
Yeah, because that was the problem.
Yeah. I mean, he was arguably our best reliever last year.
Yeah, so. And he had that last year towards the end of the year too.
Yeah, and that's a weapon you get back if you can get him right.
Oh yeah, huge, and just big lefty stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy that I can see as a setup guy. We all have.
Absolutely.
Nice. I kind of felt the heartburn as you made that burp.
Oh yeah, that was percolating in here.
Yeah, like you're a ventriloquist, like you're tossing your burning heart and your closing heart valves over here.
I am a French press. Oh, God, the fucking offense. Okay. One home run all week. One. And it was Ellie De La Cruz. He had 7 RBIs on the week, 292, 370, 500 slugging with OPS of 870. He was good.
It's a good week.
It's a good week.
You're going to have a tough time winning ball games if you only hit one home run in 6 games. So.
Austin Hayes, 360, 385, 560 OPS of 945. But what did he not do?
Didn't hit a home run.
Didn't hit a fucking home run.
He came close. I think he had that triple. There was a handful of close ones, but still, that has been a repetitive issue of not being able to get the big hits.
Well, the triple was misplayed in left field. It kept bouncing and pinballing around in the corner.
Yeah.
What other highlight do we have before we just go ham? Spencer Steer had an 11-game hit streak going at some point. 333, 391, 381 with a 772 OPS, so a little bit above average.
I think he had a 3-game or 3 hits in a game.
Did?
Yeah, so that's awesome. He's been looking a ton better, and really having him string together multiple hits in a game is just going to do wonders.
What didn't he do this week?
He didn't hit a home run.
He didn't hit a home run. Tyler Stevenson has not looked good. 125, 300 with a 250 slug and 550 OPS. He definitely didn't hit a home run this week.
He did have a couple really long at bats.
He did. I'm not discrediting that.
That was very helpful and beneficial for him to see that many live pitches.
Yes.
I mean, he essentially got the equivalent of like 4 games of pitches in those 2 at bats.
Yes. I'm with you. But there is no one here except Ellie when he's on. When you look and you're like, man, can you carry us for a week? Yeah. Can you flip the switch? When you have dudes that you're like, these are the dudes that need to take the next step. That next step includes I'm picking y'all up and we're all going on a ride. And you're going to ride my coattails. Y'all get on. I'll take care of the rest. And I'll hit dangers. I'll get you in. All of that. And that hasn't happened between dudes like Ellie De La Cruz and Matt McClain and Tyler Stevenson. Your core, where you're like, these are our dudes.
Yeah, that was a strength at the middle we've been talking about for the past 3 years, I believe, with with these players. And yeah, that has been something that just really hasn't existed. Ellie's been playing good baseball, but not consistently, and he hasn't had one of his go-off weeks. Although, the past series here looked, like he could be coming around to doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and outside of Ellie's home run, there was no big, impactful at-bat.
Yeah. Well, let's do this real quick. Ellie De La Cruz became the fastest player in MLB history with 300 hits, 150 RBIs, and 100 stolen bases. Are we too close to it? Is that the problem? Or is it just...
I think the problem is we're viewing it like from the whole team perspective. And what he's doing is impressive, but then like when the team is failing, it's tough to appreciate. Like what he's doing.
What he's doing, because he needs he needs a dance partner.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that dance partner.
And what's so frustrating is it was the clear need of this team entering this past offseason, and here we are talking about a team that hit 1 home run all week in a week full of games. And, they did nothing to fill that power hole that is in this lineup.
Yeah, they did not address the one specific thing. They maybe flirted with the idea of like, hey, we talked to that guy's agent. That's as good as getting it done, right?
Yeah.
And granted, you don't know what those deals are going to turn out like. I mean, obviously, there's been a handful that the Reds have made that did not pan out at all the way they wanted to. But they didn't even address that. I will say, hats off to the front office for Hayes and Lux and Trevino for, adding to the depth of the lineup. But those guys aren't the prototypical bashers that you want that will address the outfield, specifically right field.
Situation. Lux has 1 homer on the season.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, when they went and got him, I was like, another one of the same fucking guy. Like, nothing against Lux. He's been a great hitter.
He's tremendous.
He's a good ball player, but he's just not a ball player that this club needed.
No.
Like, it was just more of the same. And they needed a bopper, and they went out and got Gavin Lux and Hayes, who has that in his bat, but just has had a real tough time staying on the field his career. Yeah. He's already had an IL stint this year, two
twice.
Two IL stints,
yeah. For each hamstring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so
I mean, talking to a friend of the pod, an Orioles fan, Danny Hutz, he's just like, you guys are gonna love Austin Hayes when he's healthy.
When he's healthy.
And this is it. I mean, the Reds went out and got a bunch of backup dancers, but you can't make a boy band out of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, come on, I know that.
yeah. You can't get a bunch of backup dancers and be like, all right, which one's Timberlake? Who's taking the lead here?
Damn it, you're all Joey Fatone.
Oops, all Fatones.
Oops, all Fatones.
And what we're seeing with Will Benson, that wasn't even like kind of part of what the solution would be. Like he just made this his own currently, because they weren't necessarily looking to play him in the right field. They're looking to have Fraley or somehow have a player fall out of the sky that fills the role. But Benson doing great right now. I do want to continue to see him play and be an everyday player for the most part.
Yeah.
But this was not. This was done by Will Benson. This wasn't done by the front office.
Correct. This was Will recognizing him figuring something out. This week was a bad week for him. 154, 250, 231 with an OPS of 481. He was a lot of loud, long outs, though.
Sure.
Like, he's still pummeling the baseball.
Yeah. He just didn't hit it in the gap enough or didn't get under it enough. But I think it was like 4+ balls in play over 100, one of which was an RBI. So it's just like, that's really good. I would love to see him continually get up there and find the sweet part of the bat, because he could be a solution for the problem that we are having with the lack of home runs.
He could be, and that's the thing is like...
Part of a solution.
A solution. Like when you said another one of these guys with Gavin Lux, another one of these backup dancers. The whole thing is you look at it and the philosophy has been, well, maybe we hope these doubles turn into home runs. Instead of saying, what if we got someone who hit home runs, but in this park they were longer? Because you're playing half of your games at home. Think about it. You're playing half of your games at home, but it's cold and it's not hot, humid, sticky, chilly weather. Mm-hmm. Right? When you break that down, you're probably only getting 45, 50 games of that ideal temperature where the ball truly flies in the ballpark. So you're going to take 2/3 of your home games and base your hitting philosophy on that.
Yeah.
That is flawed.
Very much so, yeah.
And it doesn't work, and it's proven time and time again.
And you have to know how to hit a home run.
Yes.
Like, it's not just something that comes from hitting the ball hard. Like, there's plenty of people that accidentally hit home runs, but you gotta know your pitch and when to lift that ball. Like, I see so many players on this team selling out for a home run swing on a fucking ass pitch.
Yeah.
And just get embarrassed and going and sitting on the bench. Like, you gotta know when to pop off that A swing. And not many players on this roster know when to do that.
No.
I think Hayes does.
Hayes does.
Yeah.
Ellie is getting there.
Yeah, he's still got he'll swing out of his shoes on some inappropriate counts.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, whoa, bro, 1-1.
Yeah.
And that was a sweeper we all knew was coming.
Exactly. And they just need a veteran. This team needs a veteran bopper.
Yeah, and guess what they thought that would be? Candelario.
Yeah.
They thought he was going to be that, and they thought the doubles would turn into homers and he would lead these guys. No.
Same with Moustakas before him.
Yeah.
And then force them into a position that they barely play.
So what we have here, and when you break it down, is that this is I can now officially say it. It is time. It is Crawl's glaring flaw. Mm-hmm. Is this
Crawl's flaw?
Does he have the budget? Like, is he being given enough resources to pull the trigger?
What do you mean? They got Terry. You know, you can talk him into hitting home runs.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. You can coax them in. They can go play craps together or whatever.
I mean, think about this roster if they had went out and signed Teoscar this offseason.
God, don't even.
Well, that's the thing. It's like they have to. At some point, they're going to have to recognize that they need to make a move like that.
They're going to have to overpay.
Yeah.
Because Teoscar took a pay cut to stay in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's the fucking Dodgers.
Yeah, like, it's like, oh, okay, I'll size up that ring right now, thank you.
Actually, I don't know, buddy. I mean, they're looking like ass, but...
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Diamondbacks, go anyone else.
Go anyone else.
Yeah.
Go Pods. I don't know. Yeah, and so when you look, we'll eventually dive deeper at some point and look and go, okay, in this offseason, who are the boppers that they can sign? But in the meantime, you're hoping for someone to come off the injured list or trading away some pieces at the deadline. Watch the fucking Reds go out and trade for Yandy Diaz at the deadline and do something asinine like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, really, another guy who just a high average doubles
Yeah.
in a position of power
I can see it already.
and overpaying.
Yeah, dude, we're addicted to making lateral moves. I think it's just like
Yes.
someone that likes to flip crummy houses, but has such low margins that they never really go north or south at all. It's just the same. It's just a weird way to spend money and get the same results as if you hadn't.
Right.
So yeah, we've said it so many times talking about needing to address this issue. They haven't. Maybe when CES comes up, he'll provide that 30+ homer void there. But the thing is, like we were talking about with Hayes, but you have to be on the field in order to produce. And so far, injuries have plagued this team, and we're in the situation that we're in now.
Let's get right into those injuries. Cam Collier, hey, he's in the cage. He's taking ground balls in Arizona.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Get him back on the field.
Get him back. Get him up. Make him trade bait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you? I mean, I'll ask that after we go through all of this. CES went 1 for 3 today with a double in Louisville. He's coming back.
Yeah, I think he crushed it too. I think it was over 100 he hit it off the bat. So, I mean, you love seeing that.
Yeah. I mean, having him and being the guy that we said, and I said, I think we all said to start the season, he can hit 30 homers.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a big hope.
I mean, that's the thing. It's still all theoretical production from CES. Like, we know that he can hit the 30 homers. We've seen him. It's there. But he's never done it.
Yeah.
He's never even been close. He's still essentially a rookie.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's, I love him. I hope he comes back healthy and just mashes, but that's just so far from a guarantee.
I agree with you.
And this is, what we are lacking is guaranteed power.
And seeing how long it takes people to get back up to speed to major league play, we're seeing it. Tyler Stevenson is struggling. Matt McClain obviously struggling. Steer hopefully has turned a corner, but we're a quarter of the way into this season.
Yeah, and the power still isn't there. It's 20 feet short still. I mean, he's having loud outs, but like, man, just get a little bit more on that.
And we talked about this on Friday. You think that McClain's power is gone?
I mean, I think it's different. I think the home run power might not be there for a good stretch.
I agree.
It's a tough injury to come back from.
Yes.
And just with the way his swings are going, he's still hitting the ball hard. He's getting no lift.
None.
So it's just it's more gap, doubles gap power. But even if he doesn't pop off for 24 homers, something like that, he's still going to get rip doubles, steal bags, play good defense, just be a smart ball player out there. And like he's still a great ball player.
Yeah, he's still providing value even when he's not at the plate.
I just don't think that the power is going to show up until it gets real hot in the middle of the summer, and he's fully healthy. That's the thing is he's definitely healthy, but like it's a long injury to come back from. You don't just hit the field and you're good to go.
Yeah,
so,
it's your back. It's such a huge muscle.
Yeah. It's pretty important.
Yeah, it's a really big one, and it's like the shoulders connected to the back. and then the back connected. So my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I really wanted to just make that joke.
That's fine.
But I know, and I'll get back to being serious. So yeah, like one of the things we talked about too is like, we know, like I preface this by saying, I know that Eugenio Suarez had power before this. So it's a proven fact. But like, look when Gino jumped in that pool in 2020. It took him almost all of 21 to get the power back. And so you see that with McLean. And you see, and figuring it out at the plate. So, and not having a lot of time in the majors. I mean, thinking about it, he came up like May 5th of 2023 and then went out in mid-August of 2023.
I mean, he has barely over 500 at-bats, if he even does. I mean, it's pretty close to that number. So,
right.
It's, this is still a kid that is learning how to play baseball and learning how to overcome the first significant injury of his career.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a strong testament to how good of a player we feel he is, because we've only seen him less than 500 plate appearances, and we already have this identity formed for him of like, oh, this guy is going to be part of the heartbeat of this team.
And I think we have put a lot of pressure on him. We're thinking like, oh, he's just going to come back and be him after ripping through the minors and just going to be this dude again.
Yeah, be a 30-30 guy coming off of a significant injury.
Right.
So
we might not see him he could fulfill that potential.
I think he will eventually. It's just that he doesn't have it right now. I mean, he's not looking nearly as lost at the plate.
No.
Like he's going to be a above average player for this ball club. There's no doubt about that. Sure. I mean, he can still rip off like a 5-WAR season without that many homers.
Yeah.
Just with how many other aspects of the game that he is a positive influence towards. But yeah, the power, our power needs are probably not coming from McLean this year.
No, they aren't. So, and then we just hope it's CES. But all right, we're moving through here. This one sucks. Rhett Lauder, gnarly oblique strain, going to be out 2 to 3 months before he can start rehabbing again.
Yeah, it might be a lost season for Rhett,
and that sucks.
Yeah.
At least it's not a surgery.
Yeah.
It still sucks, though.
When I first saw that, I thought something pulled, something was way worse than what, I mean, this is all things considered. We always have to do this, trying to find the brighter side of things here. It looked like it could have been a lot worse, but this is such a bummer because he was a starting pitcher last year for the Reds, and he was doing so well.
Great.
Yeah. And we're talking about how to eat up innings, and he seemed to be a guy that just could do that, could provide innings length, and just knew how to pitch. And he's a young dude. You hate seeing this. That would have been really helpful to have at least access to that arm.
Yeah, but there is one good thing from this.
Chase Burns back in the rotation.
Correct, because you can move him to the 60-day, which opens up a 40-man spot, and it doesn't open up a 26. So it opens up a 40.
Yeah, just a 40.
Just a 40, and you can move him into that spot.
Mm.
And you also, we'll get to it in a second too, we have another pitcher who's on the 60-day. So there's another spot open, but that got filled by Garrett Hampson, which, let's get through these and we'll talk about that. Jake Fraley, he started his rehab assignment in Louisville. He has options. If Will keeps hitting and looking like, not like this week, but last week.
Yeah, could be a long rehab assignment.
Correct. Not, and especially watching some of the throws Will has made in right, I'm not overly worried about him rushing back.
Not at all.
I'm not pining for Jake Fraley at this point.
No, man. Dude, Benson's been looking great in the outfield. I mean, he's running down balls really well. He made a couple really good plays. Great arm for the most part. I feel a lot better with him tracking balls in right field, and much better with him at the plate than Jake Fraley. I mean, Jake Fraley can't hit lefties either, probably worse than Benson.
Yes, 100%. You know who's not great at tracking balls? Reese McGuire.
Hey. Come on now.
Called it back! Yeah, no, he's just a much better athlete. in every way, shape, or form. He just can't look completely lost at the plate, Will Benson, and then he just has that position. I say Carson Spires. You say Spears. 60-day IL with a right shoulder impingement. That sucks.
It's really impinged.
It's so pinged, bro. It is pingy to the pinged. But 60-day IL opens up a 40, opens up that, and they filled it with Garrett Hampson and sent down Reese Hines. Why?
I mean, I don't agree with the thought, but I can see why they would want Reese to be getting the consistent at bats. And have him getting swings every day, which he just wasn't going to get on the roster right now. But he's a better player than Garrett Hampson.
Correct.
And he's going to have to earn his spot no matter what, which means he's not going to just come up and get consistent at bats.
Yes.
So, yeah, Garrett Hampson. Woo.
Yay! Solved! Yeah, I mean,
solved.
I would have to do a lot of research to figure out how upset I should be because I really don't know anything about the guy, but that kind of speaks volumes right there.
A lot. He's real out.
He's what you would call a defensive replacement.
Yeah.
Zero power. I mean, he can draw a walk.
I can too. Give me a pad of paper and a pen.
Get it, Bill.
It sucks ass.
Yeah, just more of the similar playbook of making movements that don't take anywhere. It's the Cincinnati rocking chair, baby. Just keeping you occupied.
Yeah, you know who's still available? JD Martinez.
Yeah, I mean, JD Martinez would want at bats and is the opposite of a defensive replacement.
No, but like
JD wants more at bats. I guarantee.
I know.
He's not putting ink to paper.
Who would need him? Who would sign? He's just waiting for someone to go down. I'm guessing.
I mean, he's made a lot of money in his career. I think he's fine.
Yeah, just hanging out.
I'm sure that a opportunity on a contending ball club will open up with a bunch of at bats.
Okay.
Like that's just someone somewhere is gonna get injured. It's sports. It's gonna happen.
Twins.
It's just yeah. I mean, shit. He could be on the Twins right fucking now.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
He could be on the Royals right now. Talk about a team that needs some power.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just we wouldn't be able to give him the at bats right now.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think about how you fill him in. I mean, you put him at DH.
Only.
DH
only.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that's a pain in the ass to build a roster around to begin with.
I know.
And JD was fine last year, but he wasn't great.
No.
He wasn't JD of old, although I'm sure the Great American Small Park would help with that at least a little bit.
Yeah, would.
Yeah.
Okay, Novi Marte, again, just the same as last week. He's getting an MRI on the 27th. So once they go from there and see how he looks, then they can put him into the rehab.
I think they said he's progressing better than anticipated.
Correct.
So that's nice. And again, talking more about power issues and the potential, solutions that we have. Noelvi's got plenty of pop in that bat, but again, not being able to be on the field is a situation.
Yeah, and that's a guy who was hot and was hitting it and doing it all, and then.
And having fun, too, being kind of like a spark plug. I liked the dynamic between him and Ellie, and it was fun getting to watch Noelvi kind of understand his own power and ability and seeing him in real time. I'm kind of figuring out hitting. Yeah. Look, I can separate my hands a little bit, and then I can just mash it over the wall pretty easy.
Yeah, look, Mama, I figured it out.
Yeah, so that was, again, another 30-plus home run guy in theory. But, hopefully he can get healthy and then maybe come back up and pick up right where he left off.
Yeah. And then Jammer is still being rebuilt in Arizona. Mm-hmm. We can rebuild him.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Yep. There is zero rush, buddy.
Take your time.
You're just creating a log jam.
Yeah.
How did Chase Burns do? He probably pitched yesterday, didn't he?
He had 10 strikeouts, right?
Yeah, he cooked again.
Oh, dude, I got to see this line.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had 10 Ks.
He's just really good.
So that's awesome. Some more stuff in the pipeline to talk about. I mean, unfortunate but for Rhett Lauder, but that does open up things for Burns a little bit.
To the point where they're going to need to add him to the 40-man because he's probably going to get plenty of opportunities this year.
Whoa! There it is. It was today. Sunday. Day of our Lord. Game logs. Come on, stop being so freaking slow. Whoa! 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, not off of a home run. No walks, 10 Ks.
Love that. No
Cooking.
walks.
Bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
He's
40
really good.
Man, 40 man now.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think he's going to be a starting pitcher next year?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? He's running out of things to prove in the minors.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, how
with
long...
Lauder going down, he'll be a starting pitcher this year. I think the
year.
Lauder injury takes the bullpen option off the table for Burns, and that there's still, I guarantee he's going to be hard capped on innings.
Yes.
I mean, they're clearly taking it slow with him, but he has proven enough that some of those innings should be on the major league roster, and he's not even going to sniff the 6th inning. He's only going 2 times through the lineup. But if you can do that shit 2 times through,
does not matter.
You're gonna the bullpen will accidentally hold some of those leads. And,
yeah, they're gonna run into a few.
Yeah. So we'll see him this year, and can't wait.
I think we're gonna be seeing him in July. If you can't argue with the trajectory.
100%. I mean, he has not had a hiccup yet.
No,
he's just crushing it.
There's no need for him to even see AAA.
At this point, I would probably agree. If we have the luxury to put him in AAA, if the rotation holds together, but he's close to the next man up at this point.
Yeah, because Wade Miley had a misstep in Louisville.
Yeah.
2/3 of an inning, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 K.
Not great. This is his spring training, so you can allow for that, but doesn't inspire a lot of confidence.
No, but it moves Burns up the pecking order.
Sure.
Of who is going to be ready to step up next.
Yeah.
If something happens.
And that's another thing, too, is like sometimes the opportunity just presents itself where there's just like a lack of arms, and there's like a night game followed by a day game, and it's like, hey, it makes more sense to throw who's in the rotation down on the farm, and it's just going to be his number's going to get called up. Like you said, he's going to be moved up on the pecking order there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him throw on a big league mound.
I mean, the next doubleheader we have, I'd be shocked if he's not the 27th man.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Chase Petty will probably be on this roster by the time we have another doubleheader.
Yeah.
Like it seems like they're at least willing to put him in the pen to let him figure some shit out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you said Chase Burns. Sorry. My brain's full of chili.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Got that chili
noodles
brain,
for
dog.
brain. Noodles for brain. So, okay, this week, wow, I really botched it typing here. You got 3 at Kansas City. So you've got Nick Martinez against Michael Lorenzen. And then you got Brady Singer versus top 100 prospect TBD. Yeah, he's a cool dude. And then Green versus Cameron. Cameron shoved this week.
Yeah, he's going to just destroy our lineup. So that'll be a pitcher's duel.
Yeah, he's a lefty too, isn't he?
He sure is.
Oh boy, whatever the over is on strikeouts,
Take it.
take it immediately.
Yeah.
I made money today on over on runs.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Nice.
sure that hit. Yeah.
Yeah, it hit in the 6th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I looked up and I went, oh, I made money. Yay. And then they go to Wrigley, and you don't have what I typed here, Ashcraft. He's in the bullpen. What you do have here is Abbott, and then Lodolo, and then Martinez.
Yep.
I just hope Lodolo has the fastball.
Sure.
I hope he doesn't hang it again.
I mean, I hope the offense packs their bats.
You fucking watch your mouth. I think you have to take 2 out of 3 in Kansas City.
Sure.
That's got to be the formula from here on out. You got to take 2 out of 3 in all of these series. You're going to have to come out of them increasing your win total. it just can't be 500, under 500, 500, one game, but it just can't keep going like that. You're not going to absolutely not win the division that way, and you're not going to win a wild card. Yeah. So that has to be the game plan: is take 2 out of 3 of every series.
You got to go on a run.
It's just that easy, boys.
Yeah, come on, win games, dummies.
Figured it out for you. Pay me.
Pay me. Pay me.
Why am I not on the coaching staff? This is easy.
Come on. What a fucking joke.
Have you thought about winning?
Yeah.
Have you really sat down and thought about it?
Yeah. Have you pondered the orb and said, I should hit homers, and then visualize it, and then do it? Okay. So this is the problem I have is where we're like, okay, you got to keep stacking 2 out of 3. Got to keep stacking 2 out of 3. April and May were like the months to do it. Because this sucks. Okay, June. We talked about it a little bit last week, but June is still going to happen, so we're going to talk about it. And after the Brewers are ass, but they
always beat us.
They always beat us. So you go from Chicago on the 1st, and then you come home for a 2-3-4 June 2-3-4 against the Brew Crew. Then you're off that Thursday. There's a lot of off days this month.
I mean, that's the one good thing going. They got an off day every single week.
Yeah. That's great.
It's not good for our mental health because we need baseball.
Need something
There'll be other games on.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay, great. And then at home against the Diamondbacks, 6, 7, 8, and then they go up to Cleveland for 3. We just got to win one of those, and the Ohio Cup comes home. And then off that Thursday, and then at Detroit. June 13, 14, 15. And then off day that Monday, come home, Twins at home. And then a real hot Cardinals team. I hate that.
Yeah, dude. Awful.
At St. Louis, 2021-22. Then you come home, and it's the Yankees series. At home, 23, 24, 25. Off that Thursday, and then at home against the Padres. And then you finish off the month of June, going into July, at the Red Sox. I don't see a run in there. I don't see a run in putting it together. Those are all good baseball teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When we're talking about the best part of this month are the off days, that is not great.
We can win those.
We can win them.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to lose that day. But yeah, dude. But the thing is, how many times have we seen the Reds so far this year lose games that they should be winning? I mean, just recently the Pirates and White Sox. Sometimes they play really well. I'm just saying this is at some point they're going to have to show their true identity. I mean, if it is being a 500 ball club, that's for them to decide. Mm-hmm. But they very well could, figure it out.
Yeah.
Consistently have offense and then have the bullpen, kind of – get a break here, not rebuild themselves, but kind of dust themselves off a bit.
Yeah.
They could, like you said, 2 out of 3. That's all you can. If you win 2 out of 3, you can do it.
Fuck.
I mean, even if they chew out a 500 record, if they're 500 entering the All-Star break, I'm still going to have a lot of hope for this team.
I am too.
Based on the second half, and you can start making some moves then, addressing some needs. Maybe we'll be healthier.
And some of these hot teams right now aren't going to be hot this entire time. I don't think.
I mean, the Cardinals could fall off in any
Yeah.
The Twins have shown that they can have bad stretches.
Sure. And especially with them playing us at home helps.
Yeah. And you
Red
never know.
Sox, I mean, Bregman just went down, although they've got a million prospects to just call right up.
Yeah, why aren't they calling up Roman Anthony?
Because he doesn't play in the infield.
Shut up!
I don't agree with it, but that's why.
That's dumb. Moving to first. It's just, I want to believe, but just this week was so disheartening.
Sure.
That it's hard to look in there and be like, and have some hope. And I understand rebellions are built on hope.
Star Trek, nice.
No! You son of a bitch! I'll kill you! I know where you sleep. God. But you look and it's like, it's hard to piece that together. The Diamondbacks, that's going to be a slugfest.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun one, man.
It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm going on.
Brewers, I mean, I can see that Brewers series being one of those where we just score 0 fucking runs.
Uh-huh.
They're so good against us.
They have that secret sauce, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be so good to be above 500 right now, entering into this month, because I wouldn't, it
wouldn't fret.
Seem as bleak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead, we botched it. Instead, we fucking botched it. And we're going into this stretch going, fuck, where's the holes? Where's the run that we need to keep afloat here? Let's peek at July real quick.
Take a peek,
okay? So then you've got at Boston, off day that Thursday on the 3rd of July. And then 4th of July, fireworks in Philly, baby. 3 games at the Phillies. And then you're at home for a 4 spot against the Marlins, and you're home for a 3 spot against the Rockies. And then you have the All-Star break, and you could probably go to the All-Star break feeling real good about yourself.
A lot of our roster's gonna get some good rest for the All-Star break.
That's ideal.
Yeah.
And then July 14th, the Home Run Derby. We'll announce something soon. Just got to get it in stone. But yeah.
And you start off with at the Mets.
Yeah. Second half at Mets, at Nationals, day off, and then 3 at home against the Rays, and then you end July with 3 at home against the Dodgers, and then 4 at home against the Braves.
It's a rough stretch.
Well,
I mean, August we have that long. Yeah, there it is. That long West Coast road trip where we go to LA twice for some reason.
Yeah, there's that break in between. Yeah, all right.
Just to fuck with us a little more.
A little bit more. Let's stop looking at it, or I'm just going to get mad. I'm just going to keep...
You're not already there?
No, I'm not. I'm very calm. Okay? Guy. All right. Let's get lobotomies. Mm-hmm. Matching lobotomies.
Yeah, I love it. Best friends forever. We touch soft spots.
I can't feel anything. This is great. Let's round third and head for home. Chris, what do you got, buddy?
I'm going to be in Nashville doing some shows 13th through the 14th of June. There are some local ones coming up, I think, first week of June. I'll post some stuff. But, cool. If you're in Nashville, I'll be out there 13th and the 14th.
That's cool. What do you want to do?
Drink Cincy Light.
I love that.
And a lot of it.
Yeah.
Drink Cincy Light, walk around with the baked potato, and brisket falling off the side.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, I got brisket in a can. Shit. I don't think I have anything coming up, really.
Oh, we do have some shows at Rhine, guys, so we could talk about that.
We can talk about it.
We could.
You want to?
Sure. We're going to be starting a new show at Rhine Guys Brewing. It's going to be, we're still figuring it out, but first show is going to be Dave Hill on July 25th.
You made the poster.
I know. I made the posters. I have no idea if those dates are right.
Yeah, no clue. So you made the poster. Wayne booked the show, and I brought everybody together.
Yeah, it was great.
It's going to be a really good show. And then August, we've got Ed Larson.
Yeah, if you like Last Podcast on the Left, super funny. So it should be good. Yeah. Rheingeist rules, and I think this comedy show is going to be fun.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be in the clubhouse upstairs. Get your tickets early. It's going to sell out because it's Rheingeist. Mm-hmm. It's us. It's Cincy Light.
Yeah.
Hey.
Come on out. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, so I got that coming up. I got that, and then I got a couple other little doodads and things. I'll be out in L.A. and doing some stuff, so very exciting. Thank you to Sports Drink for hosting the audio of this podcast. We appreciate it. They're a coffee shop and comedy club in New Orleans. Very cool stuff. InTheClutch.com. Promo code NastyBoys, all caps. We put out 2 really cool PCA shirts. One says PCA, and it's him looking like Alfred E. Newman from Mad. So that's pretty fun. 10% off on that. Thanks to Cincy Light. Cincy Light, the flavor of Cincinnati daddies. Drink it up. And Chris, thanks for having us back in the fart dungeon.
Hey, anytime, guys. Glad to have you back down here.
It feels good.
It does.
It feels right.
I feel alive.
Yeah. Those are the fumes getting to you.
Oh, that's right.
That's what it is.
The men thing.
Yep, the methane.
The methane.
The methane. They technically does come from men. Right here.
I do have like open cans of paint thinner scattered throughout, just hidden behind couches.
Yeah, with crazy straws coming out of them.
Yeah.
I can really taste the lead.
Just need a quick hit.
Yeah. And thank you for watching and or listening. And as always, go Red Legs!
Go Red Legs.
Go Red Legs.
Crushed it. I don't want to jump off a bridge at all.